guys, welcome back. We are back with a different style of video today. I'm going to take you through a grocery haul this morning. It's a rest day, it's Monday. So I'm actually on the way over to Cuba's now. Jay is here for deep tissue massage. So I walked on this morning, I have my cardio boxed off, rest day cardio, even off season. And now I am just about to go see Jay because my body definitely needs it. Every 5 days I see Jay at the moment. We'll get in, we'll get sorted with Jay, and then we will go to Aldi and hopefully they don't kick us out. Hopefully we can film and take you through a food shop as well. I can actually get this done now with zero facial expression throughout the whole thing. Well, nearly. Should I say, Jay, it was like the first time I was with you. Oh, fucking hell. It was, I did not know what I was in for. First time I was with Jay, like I literally left and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this again. But now you just get accustomed to it. He's heavy-handed, but he's that's what we need. Yes, man, how are things? I hope you're well. Oh, man, fantastic. I'm glad you've had a couple of good sessions here boxed off, man. And with the cardio as well. It goes to show where your mindset's at, because you set a goal for 40 and now you have 50 done already on the stairs, which is obviously massive. And then plus we've seen the results already, man. You know, down to a new low of 113. We're definitely going to see the 112s over this week. To be honest with you, it's early days this week, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw you, honestly, mate, probably see the low 112s. I reckon we're going to see a big chunk pulled off this week. So yeah, Monday morning pick me up, man, just to really put the foot on the gas going into the next few days. This is grand. This is actually pretty empty, so we go in and get this done. But yes, Jay done. Just obviously sorting a few messages there from clients, and then we'll just wait for Aldi to open here, and then we'll go in and get sorted and take you through a food shop. So a couple of tips for if you're going shopping and you're in a dieting phase. The first one, have your shopping list written out before you go. So when you go in, you know exactly what you have to get, you know exactly what you need, and that way you can get in, you can get out, you don't have to get distracted. Number two, eat before you go shopping. So try go after a meal, because if you go to the shop and you are hungry when you are going, you're gonna get sidetracked and you may find a couple of treats and sweets slipping into your basket during the shop as well. So have your shopping list ready and eat before you go. When I go to Aldi or go to any shop, I like to park at the opposite end of the car park. That's another tip. If you're in a dieting phase, I'm not on a diet, but I still want to get my steps in. So parking at the opposite ends just allows me to walk longer to the door, rack up some more steps so I don't have to do them later on in the day. Especially if you're in a dieting phase, the tip, don't park close to the door, park further away, more steps there. Obviously you're walking around, then you have to walk back to the car, then you have to bring your trolley back, then you have to walk back again. It's just a very easy way to get some steps racked up. Right, so we have the Super 6 and we have apples on special as well. Golden Delicious are always the ones I get. There's nothing else there on the Super 6 that I usually get. So anytime I come in, it's always like the same way around. So everything is in order. And then the shopping trolley has to be in order as well, the way it's packed. Apples, bananas. I usually get normal ones. Sometimes they have the mini ones, so I just make sure it's not the mini ones. I get 2 packs of these because Jem eats these as well. And Jem just sees stuff and just eats it. So like, she get her own shopping, but if mine's there, she'll just eat that as well. So I have to make sure I have double of what I need just in case she takes it anyway. Frozen berries. There's all the fresh berries. So Jem always gets fresh berries. I don't like fresh berries. I love frozen fruit. I love frozen blueberries mostly. So I'll actually go to them in a second. But fruit and veg first of all. So fruit was apples, bananas, let me see, frozen fruit is over there, and then veg as well. So I get veg sorted. Any veg I get, there we go. I literally just, at the moment, I just use green beans and peppers. So red pepper is king. You have to pick out the nice ones because some of them looks like they have AIDS. Sometimes they have really big ones, and then sometimes they're small, but they're still the same price. So you have to look for the big ones to see, to get your value for money. I love how I'm just manhandling all the peppers. Someone else is gonna have to eat. Six should do the job. So with peppers, I chop these up and I put them in most meals. So any meal with chicken, rice, even spuds or beef or anything like that, I always chop some peppers up and put them in. So yeah, I love peppers. Very easy veg sauce to fit in and very tasty as well. Green beans, I'll get them in a second, but I'll actually get some some seasoning here. I love this one. This is the one I usually get. I usually put that on all like rice and chicken meals. And then cinnamon. So I put that on cream of rice and my potatoes as well, to be fair. Let me see. A couple of these. And now seasons as well. These are things that there's so many different flavors and seasons here that can make or break a meal. You know what I mean? So if you're getting bored of a meal, you can, like, there's so many choices here you can use that it's going to make the meal more appetizing, and it's going to just change. Like, you could make one meal and there's 100 different seasons that you could make that meal taste completely different. So utilize seasonals and spice your meals up if you're getting bored of the way it tastes currently as well. Just be mindful though, if you are in a deficit, some seasons will have a lot higher calorie than others. So just have a look, be mindful for the amount of season that you're going to use. You know, it's only very minimal, so there's not going to be a crazy amount of calorie, but just keep an eye on it, because some can be very high, but the majority you'll see here, they're all pretty low for the amount that you're going to use per day. So just be mindful, but it's usually fine. This is absolute king. Always stock up on beetroot. Pickled sliced beetroot. They have baby beetroot as well, but just like the little balls. I don't like them. I have to get the sliced, but I fucking love this stuff. Have it with breakfast every morning. I also put it in my salmon meal as well. Salmon and beetroot is banging. So that's like, no, actually I get the green beans and then that'll be my veg finish. I used to always get frozen green beans, but Jem used to always get these. And she'd only tried them one day and I can't look back. That is now my veg sorted. So we have green beans, peppers, we have the beetroot, the seasonings, and then the fruit is the apples, bananas, let me see. No, that's everything here. And then I would get the frozen stuff as well, but no, that's pretty much perfect. One little thing I actually want to touch on just while I see this here, right, because it's something that I touch on all the time with clients, is that, right, we have basmati rice, we have raw white rice, we have microwave rice. 100 grams of this does not equal to 100 grams of this, okay? 100 grams of this is going to be like 80 grams of carb. 100 grams of this is already cooked. So bear that in mind as well. This isn't cooked. When you cook 100 grams of this, it's going to give you like a few hundred grams, whereas this is already cooked. So bear in mind, 100 of this is not equal to 100 of this. So just some food for thought, mate. You'll be so surprised with mate, you've not. It's mad. Remember I think it was 100 grams of raw white rice on a client's plan. And they were like, Mark, this isn't much rice. Like, I'm pretty hungry. I was like, are you sure? 100 grams of rice is actually, you know, a decent amount. And I was like, send me a picture. And they sent me a picture, and it was like a little tiny amount of rice in the microwave. And I was like, no. I was like, that's like, you know, less than probably a third of the amount of carbs than 100 grams of actual rice. So it's a big difference in discrepancy. So raw white rice is not cooked. Microwave rice is already cooked. So big difference. Meat. So my meat, I have chicken, salmon, beef. They're my 3 meat sources. So this is the chicken I always get. I don't get normal fillets because I'm too lazy to cut them. I always buy the chicken breast mini fillets. Then they cook faster. I don't have to chop them, and they taste banging as well, to be fair. Now let me see. Always put your hand in the back and get the ones from the back, because they have the best expiry dates. No, they're actually all the same today. And again, I get the chicken breast mini fillets, but if you want to save some money, it's probably a bit cheaper to actually buy the actual whole fillets. I try to buy them in bulk as well in some places. Costco in the UK, Musgraves in Ireland. So there are ways to kind of get a little bit cheaper as well. Just from a time perspective, I'm lazy. I don't mind spending an extra couple of pence on ones that are already chopped up. So, but if you're on a budget, get large packs of chicken breasts, because the more quantity you buy and the bigger in bulk you buy, the more you're going to save as well. Now beef, I always opt for lean beef, so usually 5%. Some places have 4% as well, but 5% is what I always opt for. And that's one very easy swap in a dieting phase as well, is bringing in the likes of lean beef at 5% fat. Or there's even 3% there as well, because if you go for the normal mince, that's maybe like what, 20% or something like that, is going to be a lot higher calorie than the 5%. So straight away, by that one swap, by taking out like normal beef mince 20% and getting like 5%, straight away you're eating like a lot less calories and will save a lot more there. Just something very easy, one small adjustment that will definitely make your dieting phase a bit easier as well. Right, so rest day, 15th, 16th, 17th. Calculate on rest days because I only have salmon on rest days. So I'm trying to calculate how many rest days there is. Now, there's two different types of salmon, yeah? There's this one and this one. They're about the exact same, but I need the skinny ones. The skinny ones taste way fucking better. So yeah, has to be the skinny ones. So perfect salmon, perfect. So if you like fish, one thing you have to be mindful of is like the salmon, very, very high in fat contents. So the calories in like 100 grams of salmon is going to be like way, way higher than like 100 grams of like prawns or sea bass or anything like that as well. So be mindful. Some fish have a lot higher fat content. So be mindful of that in the dieting phase as well. The likes of prawns, cod, sea bass will have a lot less calories as well. A lot less fat content. These are also a great tool. Just eat 6 of them every morning. You get massive. So that's the gaining phase tip from 15-year-old me. The thing is, man, when you're younger, you get away with anything. Like right now, man, if I ate sausage rolls or anything like that, my stomach would be fucked. Whereas like when you're younger, like your stomach is made of steel. Your joints are made of steel. You can go in, you can lift what you want, you can eat what you want, and everything is fine. As you get older, it's like, if I ate something, like my stomach would not thank me. So we have 0% fat Greek yogurt. I love this. I have this for my last meal every day. But I like this one, but I like the Fage, F-A-G-E. Don't know whatever you pronounce it. I like that one. But when I come to Aldi, it's just easier. Sometimes when Jam's going to Tesco, I just got to pick me some up. But this one is cool. It's only $1.89 as well. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. So I got 4 of them. The best by date in them are like outrageous, so I can always stock up with them if I need to. Great protein source, very, very low in carb and fat as well. They're kind of my protein sources, my beef, my chicken, my yogurt, my salmon, and then I have my whey, which obviously I don't get here, and then I have some eggs as well, which I will show you down here as well. But they're kind of my protein sources on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so I actually don't need any spuds, but spuds are king, especially if you're Irish, obviously. They're the ones I usually get. I'm not really sure why, to be fair. I've tried a few, but these ones taste the best for me. I do like sweet potato as well, but did you ever get right? A couple of years ago, I was eating sweet potatoes and I got ill. And obviously, you know, did you ever get ill? And when you vomit, it's like it turns you off because that's all I remember sweet potatoes from. So I love them, but I have sweet potato fries if I'm out and, you know, getting burgers or stuff, but it turned me off a little bit. So I just stick with normal potatoes. But sweet potatoes are beautiful. Okay, so here's the eggs. So a couple of things when getting eggs. Oh, you have to, first of all, check the best boy, but then we have to check if they're smashed. Perfect. So these are the ones I get. These are golden yolk eggs. They're actually a little bit more expensive than normal eggs, but they are, it's worth it. It really, really is worth it. Look, this is, we're living life here. We're getting golden yolk eggs. That's a step up. But no, these are banging. It's definitely worth it. You know, when all I do is train and eat and work, and that's all I spend my money on, why not enjoy it on a day-to-day basis when you're eating so much of it as well? So I don't mind spending a little bit more on certain things if it makes the food a little bit more enjoyable, because I'm eating so much of it. Whereas in the past, when I'm younger and when you're getting into this and when you have no job and when you're in school and when you're in university and trying to balance everything, you really have to be a lot smarter with your food sources and the cost and the price of them as well, because obviously you're trying to do it on a budget, you know, and obviously we're always going to try and save kind of money where we can in these things, but in the early days, I get it. You're really trying to minimize costs as much as possible. So I actually might do that in the future as well. Bodybuilding on a budget. I think I might do that. But again, when you're looking at this is not crazy expensive. This is all very, very cheap, like with the meat sources, you know, the veg, chicken, you know, what you could do here. The likes of salmon is a bit more expensive. So you can just pull the salmon out and you can just get more chicken to save cost. You know, there's so many ways to not cut corners, but do this a cheaper way, basically. But it's I think the biggest one is probably going to be buying in bulk. I think buying in bulk is definitely going to help minimize the costs. So if you can buy in bulk, do it, because that will always take the cost down on stuff. Now this is the frozen veg. So like this is very easy. Like if you struggle to get veg in, fucking pick up a bag of this. Pick up a bag of like mixed veg and just throw some in with each meal. It's not that difficult. A little bit of veg, Get your micronutrients in, volumise your meals a little bit as well, satiate yourself a little bit more in the dieting phase. And plus people think that frozen fruit or veg isn't as nutrient dense as fresh, but actually when these are picked, they're literally frozen straight. I think it's called snap frozen, if I'm correct. I think it's snap frozen, where they're literally frozen at the source. So like all the nutrients and everything are still like literally just in there. So yeah, they're, if anything, sometimes they're even better than fresh fruit and vegetables. So frozen are absolutely fine to eat, and they give you the exact same as what fresh will. Oh, here's all the ice cream. No, but the fruit, frozen fruit, berries, pineapple. With berries, I go through little stages, but I always go blueberries. Blueberries are my favourite. So as you will see, I get a couple of raspberry as well, and then pineapple. Hopefully they have some pineapple. No, just not pineapple, but I already have some at home, so it's okay. I'm not in desperate need, but I usually just stock up. If I see them, I usually just stock up on them anyway. I'll actually get one more bag of blueberries, because you can never have too many blueberries. They're new. It's me getting distracted again. But remember what we were saying, high protein. You see it and people just look at it like, oh, high protein. Fucking hell. But no, we're looking for the carbs. So bagel thins, meal one every single day. I just need one packet. I got one packet at home, so we get one just to keep us topped up today. We have peanut butter here. Peanut butter I actually don't use. I look at almond butter, but peanut butter is a great fat source. We have jams here. We have honeys. So I actually have honey at the moment in my pre-workout meal, so I'll pick up some honey. Honeys, jams, very easy sources of carbs to get in. Very low volume. Doesn't even feel like you're eating them. So if you're deep in off season and you're struggling with appetite and you're looking to get more carbs in, jams, honeys, again, very low volume carbohydrates and very, very easy to get in. So some food for thought. Nut butter, like I said, peanut butter, very, very easy fat source as well. Not much volume to that. So these coffee pods, could get an espresso, but these are actually pretty fucking good. And plus, when I come shopping, I can just get them here rather than having to order from the espresso as well. So Colombian coffee pods, they're the ones I usually get. I actually don't drink much coffee. I have like 2 of them before training, but I actually don't drink any other coffees during the day. So that is it. That is the trolley. That is a thing of beauty. I love a shopping day. But fruit, veg, protein sources, carbs. I'll take you through a bit more when we go home as well, but that is the bones of it sorted. That was actually not bad, man. That would have been difficult to do if it was busy in here, because I was like, it's like you're on edge, like someone's going to say something, someone's going to tell us to go. You'd regret parking at the end of the car park when you're training. Your skin is waterproof. So we are back in after the shop, making meal one. Meal one on rest day. I love this meal. It takes me a while to make, as I was saying to Joe, but I love it, so we'll stay in for now. It's like my little morning routine. So veg wise, we have sauerkraut. This is turmeric, this is actually gems, but I ran out of mine, so I use all hers instead. So now I owe you sauerkraut as well.
Buy me a nice one because that one's rank.
Beetroot, of course, and then my green beans as well. So that's my veg with this meal. Gonna cook my eggs, gonna cook my cream of rice, and I'll show you what it all looks like. But I love this meal. Sets the day up perfect. Every morning as well, while the meal is getting made, I'll always do my vacuum. So 5 rounds, holding as long as I can, which is not very fucking long to be fair. And again, as I always say, I can't hit a vacuum. I'm not going to hit one on stage because I can't hit one, but it does enable me to keep my midsection control a little bit tighter, especially in off season, so that it doesn't just hang out and like I can't really control it. So yeah, 5 rounds while this meal's getting made every morning. This here today, but I usually eat upstairs on the laptop. But Monday morning, what I always watch is the Diary CEO vlog, the vlog part, yeah. So I'll watch this now. And while I'm eating this, on that note, when I'm eating a meal, like I said, I always like to switch off and not be on my phone scrolling or kind of getting back to messages. I'd rather just sit, eat a meal, and then give myself that bit of a brain break to be able to kind of crack on from there. So it's always kind of like bodybuilding podcasts, but there are some things like this I like to watch. But then once it comes to like evening time, when we do kind of switch off, it's no fucking bodybuilding. As far away from bodybuilding as I can get. My brain needs a break. But no, this is what we're watching for now. But that's a lot done this morning. That is walk, cardio, J for deep tissue, shopping, meal one. Obviously all client messages are back to at the moment as well. I know I'm back up to continue in with check-ins this morning. So yeah, I like starting my day early. I like being up before everyone else. I don't know, it just puts me in a good mood. You know, I know, right, I have like a lot of my day done before anyone else nearly wakes up. So yeah, just it makes you feel good, it makes you feel productive. Plus, another reason why I get up so early as well is food in the off season. I like getting a certain amount of meals in before I train, and I have to be up at a certain time to be able to get them amount of meals in as well. So if I just wake up late, I set a routine for late, it means I'm going to be up later eating as well. So I would rather get up a little bit earlier, start my day earlier, be productive, get my meals in when I need to, and then be able to kind of switch off and go to bed earlier rather than being up till fucking 12 o'clock trying to force meals in. So again, routine, there's no right or wrong routine. Whatever suits you, your lifestyle, what you prefer. If you're a night owl, wake up at 12 and go to bed at 3 in the morning, if that suits you. But this is personally what allows me to operate my best in terms of appetite, digestion, get my meals in to train, etc. But also having me at my most productive as well, to be able to serve my clients the most efficiently too. Because I know if I was to do my check-ins later in the day, you know, in the evening, like I know a lot of people do, mentally I'm just not all with it. You know, the quality of the check-ins I know would be worse, so I just don't do it. So I'd rather get it done when I'm at my most productive, so that I know clients are getting the best service and the best value from me as well, basically, the best me, basically. So not hardcore for waking up early, you're not fucking, and there's nothing great about it, but it works for me. So find what works for you. Good morning, man. How are things? I hope you are well, man. So looking at things going forward into this week, I don't really want to take the foot off the gas here now, because let's be honest, man, like that was literally just water this week as you kind of got back to being 100%. So I think as we push forward into this week, I think we are going to start to see a bit of a shift forward. And I'm going to make an adjustment as well, which I'll go through with you in a second. As we see another 2 to 3 kg come off here over the next few weeks, which it definitely will, before we even push back on with cycle as well, the look is going to drastically change, and you're going to be a lot sharper. Then when the cycle goes back in, then obviously it's going to transform, you know, a lot as well. So that is the game plan. Let me know your thoughts. Keep me updated over the next few days with how you're feeling, obviously after being ill, and then we can go from there. Right, guys, so that is a rest day morning, wrapped up, kind of bringing you along, showing you obviously what I went through this morning. Shopping, J, obviously cardio, first meal, which you saw as well. I'm not going to take you through a full day of eating again, and then obviously kind of check-ins being boxed off as well. So that is the game plan. Still early, so Joel's up early as well, so he has the whole day ahead of him there. We finished work for the day, so yeah, I'm going to crack on with the rest of the check-ins as well. Thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting as well. I got some benefit from the shopping side of things. But any other suggestions that you want to see on the channel, let me know. I'm very open to what you want to see. Sometimes I don't know why people want to see certain things, such as like a food shop. But if you do, you know, by all means, I'll, you know, if it benefits you, I will do it for sure. So thank you for watching. As always, like I always say, I really do appreciate it. And as well, you know, because you are watching is why it's actually exciting me to kind of keep putting videos out too. So like, share and subscribe would mean a lot, and give me suggestions in the comments or drop me a message on Instagram, please. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, I will see you in the next one every Sunday. Don't forget, every Sunday come back and do a new video. Thank you, guys.